So, I want to talk about ambiguity and how just because you do have ambiguity doesn't mean that you're better than somebody who doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. But a lot of the times, if you're a confident exotical, if you're a confident black person with ambiguity, a lot of the times people are going to categorize you as conceited or stuck up. You think you're better because of whatever feature. Um, and that couldn't be furthest from the truth. It doesn't mean that you think you're better. It's like exoticals aren't allowed to have confidence almost, because it comes off. It's always gonna be looked at in a negative way. To the point, a lot of light skinned people don't even like to acknowledge their light skin. Sometimes they'll even think they're darker than they really are. There's a lot of gaslighting. You're not allowed to love your skin complexion if you're a lighter skinned person, because being black is only a monolith, and you can only be dark skinned if you're black. That's the logic, but we come in all shades. So if you're light skinned and you're fully black, you're allowed to love that, because that's how you came. That's God made you that way. Like, just because white people have that color also doesn't mean they own the color. That's the part I never understood when it came to this whole thing. But having ambiguity doesn't mean that you think you're better than. You're just, your features, you have a mixture of features from different ethnicities because of your, what you're mixed with, what's in your blood. And it's just a very unique and different, experience. Having ambiguity just, you look very unique. You stand out. But that doesn't take away from people who aren't ambiguous. Like, being unambiguous, there's nothing wrong with that, unless you feel like there's something wrong with that. Exoticals get bullied all of the time. I know it's not as extreme as darker skinned people, but we still get bullied. A lot of light skinned girls get their faces slashed. If I've heard light skinned girls get jumped just because they're light skinned, or they had the good hair, or something related to their phenotype, they got attacked. You know what's so crazy though? Because I think unambiguous people are some of the most attractive people on the planet. For real, because that's my type, like unambiguous men. But, so for example, a couple of years ago, there was this unambiguous guy that I had a huge crush on. And I would give him hints, but I could tell that he was so... You can tell when somebody's insecure, the way they walk, the way they move, all of that, like body language, everything. So I can tell it was something. Like, he was unambiguous, but he struggled with his self-image. We talked a little bit, and I could tell, he struggled with self-esteem. And it's just so sad because he was so handsome to me. Like, unambiguous men are some of the most attractive men in the world to me. But, they don't see the beauty in themselves. So are the women too. But they don't see it in themselves. I'm not attracted to women, but that's why, you know what I mean? But yeah, they are some of the most beautiful people on the planet. But they don't know how to, not all, some of them don't know how to see their own beauty. A lot of women struggle with self-image. You have to pick yourself up, pick up the pieces. I dealt with self-image and low self-esteem for years, but I didn't want to feel like that anymore, so I did what I had to do to make sure I got better. Like therapy. Of course, the exotical space helped me see so many things and helped me heal. But it's about healing and learning to love yourself. When I got picked on, I didn't realize, people was just jealous a lot of the time. I used to think something was really wrong with me. I was like, there's no way all all of these females don't like me. Like, it's really hard to make a friend. Why is it so hard? Like, I know I'm different because of my culture, but damn, like, so having an exotical space and talking about these issues helped me realize that's why I'm being mistreated by my own people. It's because I have ambiguity. And a lot of people envy that. They envy women with ambiguity. Because you're like a chameleon. Like, and that's beautiful. That's all I really wanted to get on here and say. Just because you have ambiguity doesn't mean you think you're better than somebody who doesn't. That don't make no sense. That's not what we do over here. We don't hate over here. It's about love, you know. The reason why y'all don't see unambiguous women on my channel is because I promote exotical content. That's just what I do. There's no diss to unambiguous women. It's just unambiguous women told us to make our own space, so that's what we decided to do, and that's just what it is over here. It's nothing personal. You know, it's nothing personal at all. I don't hate unambiguous women. They just seem to have a problem with us. But that's all. It's just a niche thing. It's nothing personal towards unambiguous women. We have a lot of unambiguous women who support our channel. I still support some of their channels. You know what I'm saying? It's no bad blood. It's just YouTube, right? We're just sharing our opinions on things and our experiences and what we've gone through. We don't need to take this YouTube stuff so deep. But let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you for listening.